So while I was out in South Africa, I was just enjoying myself and, definitely getting some rest and relaxation. There was a big picture that came out, and I know this story has already happened. Don't care. I got to get to it myself. I think I made a community tab post about this, and you're pretty sure you've seen this already. When Ciara and Russell Wilson had went to the Oscars, and everyone was talking about her dress. And immediately when I saw this, of course, I'm saying, man, just as a man, first of all, your woman is your representation. And Russell Wilson's representation is half naked before the world. This woman is a mother of children. She's supposed to be a wife to a man. And this is the way she's presenting herself. I've said before, and I say this again, fellas, if your woman is dressing a certain way, she's advertising something. And if she's advertising something, who's she advertising it for if you did not request her to dress that way? Most men would not ask their wife to dress in that manner whatsoever. Give you a celebrity wife that we all can point to. Savannah James, LeBron James' wife. She dressed trendy. She dressed very nice. And you do not see her coming out there looking like Ciara. But the issue is, and I told you guys before, this is what happens when you marry or try to get with these reformed Pookie and Ray Ray lovers. Pookie and Ray Ray lovers, a.k.a. when she with Future, okay, Pookie and Ray Ray. I don't care if he got money. He's still a Pookie and Ray Ray. They got Pookie and Ray Rays with money. Classic Pookie and Ray Ray, a rapper, right? He got a gang of kids. That's what kind of man that she likes. She laid down and had children with this man. Then they want to say, I don't like Pookie and Ray Ray no more. Let me go get the good guy. And then you go over there to the good guy, but see, a Pookie and Ray Ray lover don't really like a good guy. She's selling with a good guy because she really want to be a Pookie and Ray Ray. See, Pookie and Ray Ray won't marry they behind. They won't, because unfortunately in this community, Pookie and Ray Ray have a gang of options, and these options don't require nothing out of them but a hard D. That's it. They don't require them to marry them. They don't require them to get a job, nothing. But when it comes to you good brothers, they require you to have a job. They require you to be all attached to them with emotion. They require you to do all these things. But when it comes to Pookie and Ray Ray, he ain't got to do crap. But one thing about those women that like Pookie and Ray Ray is that the one thing they say about decent brothers, the average everyday brother, or even a brother that's even upper mobility, they can say, oh, those dudes are boring. Because those men actually got to go to work. Those men actually running companies. They don't sit around all day like Pookie and Ray Ray do for the majority of the time. You understand what I'm saying? Something's wrong with those women. There's not nothing wrong with you brothers. It's something wrong with those type of women, right? So she gets with Russell Wilson, and she's still acting like she with Pookie and Ray Ray. You remember back some months ago in Italy when she went with Megan Thee Stallion. She went, what's the other artist? Normandi, let's say her name. And they were twerking in a fashion party in Italy. And all the white people staring at them and just like looking at them and carrying, egging them on, but no other white people doing it with them. You got this now, Megan Thee Stallion and the other young lady, they're not married. So I don't say nothing too much about them. I will say something about their presentation, but I would be harder on a woman that's supposed to be married with children. And you have a whole woman married with children twerking in front of everybody. So this woman has been doing things way before this dress. Russell Wilson, let me tell you something. On the internet, even at my level, people could talk about you. People could come up to you in the street, even at my level. Experience it, even in South Africa, people coming up to me in the street. So you can't tell me that people don't come up to Russell Wilson, or they may say hi to him, or they may be looking at him a certain way in the street. And you don't mean to tell me this doesn't cause a problem in his household? Now you say, oh, he a simp, he a simp, he a simp. But we don't know what's going on in his house. We really don't know. Of course, I always say this. If you let your woman dress like that, yes, I'm going to use the word let. If you let your woman dress like that around you, and you let her get away with that, yes, it does say a lot about you as a man. Because no, you can't physically stop her from doing whatever she want to do, especially in this gynocracy. You can't really stop her from doing a whole lot. But one thing you can do is say, look, you go out there like that, you out here twerking, you gonna wear that dress? Wear it if you want to. Wear it. We ain't gonna have that conversation no more. That's the most powerful thing that you can do as a man. But when I was gonna do this video and definitely point that out, she's not the only one though. Because a lot of modern married women in America are acting like Ciara. You have modern married women in America dressing in ways that you think they're not married. They're being in environments where married women should not be in. You got married women out here even entertaining, dudes in DMs, liking attention on social media. You got a lot of married women posting more pictures of themselves on social media these days than single women. Why are even married women posting all kind of pictures of themselves on Instagram? You're married, ma'am. Go talk to your husband. Why are you so narcissistic and want attention? One of the worst things that ever happened, in my opinion, is social media and the selfie. Because how many pictures do you need to take of yourself? Okay, you on vacation, you want memories, fine, that's cool. But every other moment you taking a picture of yourself, notice dudes don't do that. Dudes even go on vacation. You don't see dudes there 5 minutes with their phone. Doing all these filters and all these things that don't even look like you. You don't see dudes doing that. But like you got a gang of pictures of yourself. To me, if you take so many pictures of yourself, that means you're selfish. Because all you're worrying about is yourself. But why are you dressing like women who are single, ma'am? Why are you so obsessive with yourself and posting so much of yourself? And your husband is not in any of these pictures. Your kids is not in any of these pictures either. It's just you. People would think you're not even married. This is what happens today. That's why in a lot of instances, I'm telling you fellas, social media and their selfie has caused a lot of problems. Because prior to social media, you didn't have the problems you have today with the single or married women. What I don't understand, and you married women tell me this in the chat, why so many modern married women who got husbands at home, some women who's single right now would love to have a husband. Why so many of you on Instagram taking so many pictures? Why are you dressing certain ways when you got a whole husband? Now, I know some going to say, well, we like to be stylish just because we married them. No, don't give me that. That is not what I'm saying. Once again, I'm going to mention Savannah James. She dressed very classic. She dressed with style. She really do. I'm not talking about the women that dress like that. I'm talking about those that want to be showing everything. And you got a whole husband at home. So Ciara isn't really the only one. And do you know how many women defended that? And how many women, modern women in America, were speaking up and saying people were wrong for saying that about her? And then you want to get mad when dudes say, I want a traditional woman. I need to get myself out of here because I'm kind of sick of that, because everybody talking about Uganda right now. Do you think that will be allowed in Uganda? You know good and well that wouldn't be allowed in Uganda. That's what brothers talking about. See, societies that wouldn't allow a Ciara and a Megan Thee Stallion to do some crap like that, because there'll be a consequence with the men and the women in society. You understand what I'm saying? That's what brothers are talking about. See, in the Western world, it is filth. It is Babylon. That's what it is. Any old thing goes. Filth goes. And what a lot of men are saying is, I'm sick of the filth, but you cannot change the filth because the filth is so ingrained into laws and rights and all kind of things. And that's why men say, you know what? This is all I got to do. I'm left with no choice, because if I want a traditional woman in America, Look how hard it would be. Should this man become 50, 60, 70 years old and still cannot find that traditional woman? Because any man with sense, when they do find a traditional woman in America, they gonna get her. She's not gonna stay single for long. So you looking for a freaking a diamond in the middle of a coal stack? Or how many years you gonna go through the coal looking for that one diamond when every other man looking for that diamond too? Versus you can get a bunch of diamonds outside of America, wherever you choose to go, that have a traditional society where this would not be allowed. This would be shamed. Listen, shame has its place. And what this woman is doing and other modern married women are doing in America is shameful. And shame to you men for not checking that behavior either, the ones who's married to these women. Some of you little dudes today, you don't have no problem. Even when you single, these little women dressing all scantily clad, showing this, showing that. I'm telling you this, if they're willing to show themselves, who they doing it for? Because if you're not asking them to do it, that's why listen, if you ask them to do it and you cool with it, that's on you. But don't say nothing when dudes looking at her a certain way or dudes shooting at her a certain way, even if you're single. Because some of you young dudes like all that. You like all the scantily clad clothes, and you always wonder why you're behind getting cheated on too. You wonder why. Well, bruh, you invited that behavior by being cool with her dressing this way. When you got a woman, all the crack of her behind, the arch of her private parts, the shape and everything of her breast, where everybody, that's something you supposed to be seeing. Not every man, not everybody in society. You men got the ones that got wives, and some of you dudes that got girlfriends. You need to check these women. And if they do not want to change their behavior, you leave. That's all. You have to leave. Because once again, your woman is a representation of you, especially if you are married. When people look at her, they look at you in many different ways. How she's kept, how she's dressed, what she got going on. Do she look like she actually got a husband? How the kids are, how you living. It all comes back to you as a man. So if your woman is in these streets looking like she belongs in the streets and she married to you, then that's going to also come back to you and say, what kind of guy that is? How has he got a wife like that? Well, what's going on in his house? What if dudes gonna be shaking his head and say, poor dude, like she for the streets. I know she cheating on him. That's what dudes gonna think. They're gonna think and say, she got a wedding ring on, she dressed like that. Dudes gonna shoot at her. They're not gonna say, oh, she married, I didn't leave her alone. She all on social media all the time, dress certain ways, dudes in her DMs. She's actually entertaining DMs. But she's supposed to be married though. This is why a lot of dudes just don't even want to get married in America. Because you had a gang of women defending Ciara, and even some married women defending Ciara. That's why dudes would say no. But let me know what y'all think about this situation. You know, and of course, like I said, it is very, very annoying. And I'm going to repeat this again, extremely annoying as a content creator that I have to say, not all are that way. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on that make sure this week. I'm going to make a sound and play that before I make any video that says, in this video, I'm not referring to all, I'm referring to those that are doing these actions, and just play the sound. And that way I ain't got to say it because it gets annoying. It gets so annoying. You have to say that. If it's not you, why are you mad? I always say that. I'm not mad if somebody talk about some of these dudes are Pookie and Ray Ray. I'm not Pookie and Ray Ray. I'm not mad about that. If they talk about some dudes are criminal, I'm not a criminal. These dudes are deadbeat. I'm not deadbeat. It don't apply to me. Dudes lazy, don't have a job. They don't apply to me. So why I'm mad about it, right? But unfortunately, those in society feel like they just, you got to say not all. I don't get that. Grow up. But let me know what y'all think, in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you find out posting new content.